So 5 years ago when I met you as a class, you were very, very raw, I would say. And as I looked over your group and as I shook hands with you, I got to thinking that we're going to need a lot of holy water for these guys. In 5 years, you have now, through St. Stanislaus faculty and staff, and also through your parents and grandparents and guardians, have really been invited to enter into this particular gospel, especially. And Jesus said to us, as the Father loves me, so I also love you. That's really where we begin, with Jesus loving us. Jesus calling us to walk with him. And as we visited together a couple of times, we talked about what it means to be a disciple, one who knows Jesus, one who loves Jesus and experiences love, one who is willing to serve Jesus with their lives, and one who is willing to witness to Jesus. And all of that is really bound up in our relationship with him. And he calls us to really celebrate that love as we live out his 2 great commandments. And we talked about that too, that we are called, all of us, to love God with our whole heart and soul and mind and strength, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. In that way, we not only come to know the love of Jesus Christ, but we also begin to experience his joy of the resurrection and his gift of life that he has given to each of us. In a very real way, that's the challenge for you as you head off to college or head off to the military or you head off to work. All of that is still the invitation to you to live the gospel, to live the good news, to live that you know Jesus died for you personally, to know he did that out of love, and to know that he's risen from the dead and ascended to God the Father. Then we have, from St. Paul's letter to the Colossians, proclaimed very well this morning, the invitation of how to be God's chosen ones. And each of you, all of us gathered here, are God's chosen ones. And he calls us, St. Paul says to us, you are holy. That's the invitation to live a good life, to live a life that's based on the gospel. And you are beloved. Now, part of the beloved part is all the folks that are sitting behind you right now. And even though as men, it's hard for us to hear stuff, this is where family, friends, neighbors, we're going to say to the graduates, I love you. Parents, friends, hit them with it. Now guys, these 3 words are tough to say for us as guys. But everybody sitting behind you has been supporting you all these years. And they have literally been loving you into being. So we're going to say back to them also, I love you. All right, class of 2022. I love you. All the years we've been using holy water on this is starting to pay off. But Jesus invites you to a very special kind of love. And it's spoken about in St. Paul's letter to the Colossians. And he says that as we are holy and beloved, we are to live with heartfelt compassion. In other words, a willingness to suffer with others and share their lives. That's discipleship. A spirit of kindness, which you have really begun developing over the last 5 years. Humility, gentleness, patience, and bearing with one another, and forgiving one another. You wouldn't be sitting next to each other if you hadn't forgiven each other, whatever has taken place. But we hear that call broaden out now to family, broaden out to extended family, broaden out to people that you meet, Broaden out to people that you will be in university with, or in the military with, or at work with. That's the way we live the good news of Jesus Christ. That he loves us so much that he walks with us and invites us into that kind of personal relationship which allows for compassion and humility, patience, and especially forgiveness. Over all these things, put on love, St. Paul tells us. Over all these things, put on love. Over the degree you're about to receive, put on love. Whatever university you go to, put on love. If you're entering the military, put on love, the love of Christ. And if you're going to work, same thing to everyone that you meet. Be a sign of love. I'm continuing to pray for each of you. I know the faculty and staff are also. And then to parents and family, continue praying for them. And we're just a phone call away. This is home for you. And especially if you see they need to be doused in holy water, just call me. I got a whole gulf full. Guys, again, it's hard for us to say it, but I say to you, each of you, as your bishop, I love you. And I'm praying for you, and I share with you the love of Jesus Christ given to you through your families, through those who have walked with you, through your faculty and staff, and especially the love that you have shown to each other. Continue that love in the spirit of Jesus given to us. As he said to us, remain in my love. If you remain in my love, you will share in my joy forever. I feel an amen coming on, so
Amen.
Let's try it again.
Amen.
And one more time.
Amen.
That's the guys I know and love. Let's stand and pray.